Good morning, everybody.
Morning!
Speak up.
I'm Patty Paprocki from the Chamber, and this is Lynn Littlefield, who's on the Village Board. And we're here to dedicate our first Village of Sodus Mural. Yay! Yay! This is a result of a vision by Betty Booney. She approached James Ziegler, one of our local artists, and ta-da, it finally came to fruition. So we finally have murals kicked off in Sodus. We have some other folks here that joined us today that are into Mural Mania. Jean Bavis and Mark DeCracker, because they'd like to see lots more murals in Sodus, and so would I. So, I wanted to bring Steve Leroy up to just say welcome. He's got to head out shortly for another event in Sodus Point today. So, Steve?
Thanks for coming, everybody, this morning. I don't have a lot of history on this project, although this is, I think, the third dedication I've been to that James Ziegler has completed. I went to school with his dad. I don't know where he got this talent from.
Mom.
I'd like to thank Betty for her vision, and certainly James for another beautiful piece of work. I know Mark DeCracker has a lot of the history on how many hours this took, so I'd like to maybe have Mark step up here and talk about that, because I'm not able to do that. But
Okay.
thank you again, everybody, for coming. We're really happy to have this project here.
First of all, it's always good to come back home. Okay? I went down the street down here in Sodus Central. A lot of good friends, a lot of great memories. I lived up on Snob Hill. Still called that? It was great. I mean, at first I thought I'm moving to suburbia because we were in the country. And then we came here and we slowly had a great friendship that developed with all sorts of people living around the village here. And it's always, like I said, good to come back home. And I've known Gary, and I met James, his artwork, through his graduation. A couple of years ago, he graduated, and I said, wow, this is really talented. So the first project he helped me on, we submitted an application for the World Trade Center Memorial, and we were a finalist for that, the memorial down in Ground Zero. So, and he did some tremendous artwork for that. And then I knew time when I wanted to do a Mural Mania, I knew one person I had to have along, and that was James Ziegler. And he helped us with this mural here. So that was, and that's already been 6 years. And that led to, I don't know how many James has got now, but it's probably over 10 in Wayne County. But he's not here today. And this is something that is kind of sad to me, because he's so talented and couldn't find a job in New York State. Come on, he's out in Arizona. I love Arizona. I went to Arizona State, but he would have worked here if he could have found a job. So we got to work on that aspect of it. And I know that he spends a lot of time on these murals and numerous hours. And I'm so glad that I heard Gene went out first to look for it. He said, I can't find the Sodus mural. Where is it? We found it was in storage, and through a few emails, and Gene's kind of pushed it along, and it's up finally. So that's great, because the history of I don't know if you know about the bandstands. You know why they're on the second floor or second story? It's because if you look around, all these bandstands they played from the second floor. That's before amplification. Before we had acoustic, or we were just acoustic. So the way you projected sound was to be up higher, and the sound would go out. So that's just a trivia question. I hope that you're going to have a plaque here, right?
Yes.
Because if we're not here to explain the story, a plaque will, and that's the kind of stuff you can put in there, and the exact location. If you have a great historic photo I saw, I would suggest that showing the original bandstand. And like I said, there's golden paint's been great for us. This is what was used on this. Everybody's, how long will they last? Well, the one alliance has been 6 years, and that's facing the south. This is facing the north, which is always good. So there's many. I heard that many more apart. That's great, because I know of some stories that stick out in my mind. Steve Hield had sent this postcard out a couple weeks ago of a tightrope walker right over Sodus. I said, come on, that's got to be someplace. I mean, and I think Theodore Roosevelt was in Sodus, right? There's another one. And there's always Arbor Day. You know that Arbor Day was started in Sodus, or Sodus Center? Right, so there's some good themes for you. And I mean, there's always the apple country and all that to be explored. But it's great to see this happen because I think we're down to how many communities now, Gene? 5 or something?
I think there's only 5 that don't have a mural yet.
So we all got a story to tell, and we're trying to put Wayne County on the map. There's a lot of Wayne counties out there in Wayne County, Indiana, not to be named, but we want to stick out in New York as being the Wayne County where we want people to come. This is tourism. People will, once this is all on a map, they'll come and see and spend money here. They'll go see this, and they'll go to Sodus Point and see the 5 or 6 that are down there. So it's nice to come home, and I wish James was here. But a lot of times he doesn't talk anyway, so he's just a great artist and numerous hours of detail go into his work, and I'm sure he's going to be painting murals of out in Arizona of sunsets and Sedona and all sorts of stuff. So, without further ado, I guess Gene, I have to say a little bit, come up here, Gene. Of course, I wear a lot of hats, and I've been working on a trail holds and things like that, and Gene found this. We actually went to the same place in Georgia to see this iconic mural that's 100 feet high but heated silo. He says, he heard about this mural thing here, and said, how can we make this happen? Well, I said I have a Facebook page, but he took it over and it's blown up since then. And it's a result of Gene that he's got a mural in Walworth. We have dedication on October 6th, and it's a very moving experience, as you might say. Yeah. But those are little stories. That's what's neat. You can bring out these little things that nobody knows about. He'll tell you more about that. So I'd like to thank him for his effort to take that over, and it'll continue to grow. And we hope to have an iconic mural. And so you got these. When I say that, it's these large walls. It could be the Sodus Point Brewery there. That's huge grain barley, where the wheat barley was stored. Or you've got some of these old cold storage areas that just crumbling, that can turn into artwork that people will come and see. So there you go, and let Gene take it over from here. Thanks, Dean. Thanks, Sodus.
Good morning. I'm the town historian in Walworth, and as Mark said, I found this mural in Georgia that my wife and I were traveling down there and just kind of stumbled on the community of Colquitt, Georgia, and this 100-foot tall 5 peanut silos that were completely surrounded with a mural just blew us away. Plus they have a number of other murals in town, and then we went over to Dothan, Alabama, saw a bunch more, and it just became overwhelming and inspiring. So when we got back, Mark and I started talking, and I got hooked, and here I am. I'm a retired social studies teacher also, and been involved in Wayne County history for a long time, going way back to the Wayne County History Jamboree, and that started out of the sesquicentennial celebration back in 1973. We did that for 30 years, had a lot of fun with it. So this Mural Mania thing, the theme behind it is the preservation of history through community art. And what a great way to teach a little history and to have something pleasant to look at. And that's what this does. And just recently, Mark made reference to a mural in Walworth. I got involved in this in March. In April, I had talked to the artist who has done several murals around Wayne County, a different artist, not James, but Corky Goss, who has done, I think, 6 now, murals in Wayne County. And so I had a thought. The Walworth Historical Society owns 2 paintings of the first herd of Holstein cattle brought to Wayne County in 1879. We had those paintings restored a couple of years ago. They're absolutely beautiful. But being a small historical society, we figured, you know, if we get a few hundred people to come to the museum and see those paintings, we'll be lucky. How about we put them on the wall of the Walworth Post Office? So I sent photographs of the two paintings and an image of a portrait of Mr. Theron Yeomans, who was responsible for bringing them here, to Corky, and he drew up a sketch. I went to the owner of the building and said, hey, can we put a mural on your wall? And after I finally caught up with him, you know, I sent him a letter first. About 3 weeks later, I finally got to talk to him live. And he said, yeah, that's a great idea. So I started fundraising. Within, this was May 20th, by the end of July, we had raised enough money from community support to put this mural. So there's a lot of interest in murals, and people are willing to donate to have nice murals. So Corky showed up on July 31st, worked about 4 hours laying out the mural, went home to get some more supplies and to come back. So he was going to stay at my house for a couple days. He didn't come back on Thursday because we got rained out. Friday the 2nd, he showed up again, worked Friday, Saturday, and by Sunday afternoon, that mural was done. Blew us all away. It's absolutely gorgeous. So if you get to Walworth, the Walworth Post Office is right there near the Four Corners on Marion Road. It's a really cool mural. And we're going to have, as Mark mentioned, a dedication ceremony on October 6th. Following our ceremony, we're going to have our historical societies right around the corner. We're inviting people to come see the original paintings, and we're going to have displays about jerrying in Walworth and in Wayne County. So it will be a moving experience. And you will be utterly impressed. I hope. Let me just talk a little bit more about Mural Mania and the future of Mural Mania. As Mark said, we want more murals in Wayne County. We believe that they will attract tourists. We believe that they will add to the quality of our life by having some beautiful art around. They will teach some history. You know, this Mural Mania thing kind of got started around 2007 with Mark and Noel Dobbins and a few people from Lyons. They went great guns and put up a bunch of murals in Lyons. I guess they've got 8 there now. Working on number 9 is already planned. Number 10 is rattling around in Mark's brain. And there will be more in Lyons, no doubt. But after Noel died, the main voice of Mural Mania has been Mark. And he's been a one-man show for the most part for the last few years. And we all know how busy Mark is on various projects. So when I got involved, I decided he needed some help. And so I'm trying to do what I can to promote the murals. But we need more help. So we're putting together what we're going to call the Mural Mania Advisory Committee. We're going to have our first meeting in October at the Newark Arcadia Historical Society. And what we're doing is inviting anyone who has an interest in murals to join us. And let me just read so I don't miss anything. What we want to do is to maintain a list of mural artists, local ones as well as people from outside the area. This list would include professionals and talented amateurs. We would put together technical information and supplier information that would assist anyone who wanted to do a project. We would assist local groups in any way possible to create more murals for our area. This would include publicity and fundraising and any other possible assistance that we could give them. And we would like to try to coordinate with the tourist promotion agencies and groups like the Seaway Trail, the Erie Canal National Heritage Corridor, local historical societies, any other groups that would be interested in murals. And lastly, every 2 years there is a World Mural Conference. In 2010, it was in Colquitt, Georgia, where that mural that we made reference to was. In 2012, it was out in British Columbia, I believe. In 2014, it's going to be in Sherbrooke, Quebec, which is about 30 miles north of the northeast corner of Vermont, just across the border into Canada. My wife is a native of northeast Vermont, so she said this is about 40 miles from her hometown. So we have a road trip planned. But 2016, 2018, there will be a mural conference somewhere. We're thinking one of those years they ought to come to this area, because not only do we in Wayne County have currently 28 murals, the canal corridor beyond us has a number more. They're doing a bunch in Rochester, there's some in Geneva, there's some in Waterloo, so the Finger Lake, Northern Finger Lakes region, east of Rochester area, would be the ideal spot for a World Mural Conference. And that hopefully would bring some tourists as well. So if you are at all interested in Mural Mania and would like to, you don't have to be an expert on anything. We'll find the experts that'll help us out. We just need some people who are willing to go around and help promote this.
I just have to get a sign-up sheet.
Yeah.
So if
Yes.
anybody's interested, see me.
Yes, and if you give us your name and contact information, we'll provide you with whatever information you need. And we can all move forward and enjoy some more beautiful art. Thank you for the opportunity to speak.
So does anybody remember this, or are we all a little too young? So they used to play music on the weekend?
Saturday night.
Saturday
All
night.
farmers came into town.
Very nice. And the water fountain is now in our cemetery. It's been refurbished, and I know Sandy Hopkins played a big part in that, as well as some other folks. So I want to thank you for all coming today. We're so honored to have this in our community. There's cookies and coffee inside. You know, stay around and visit for a little bit. Come closer. I promise there'll be a plaque here with information. I'll make sure it happens. Okay? Have a great day.
Thank you.